Corey took time out of his unbusy schedule to go at lead attorney. I have a question for y'all. Is lead attorney a fraud? Is he cosplaying as a lawyer? Y'all, let's get into this video. But first, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get to it. All right, so as you guys know, lead attorney clapped back at Corey Holcomb last week, and he didn't like that too much. Let me tell you, lead attorney dropped the receipts and shown that, hey, I did contact your lawyer. Your lawyer said it was cool that he comes on. He said that he checked in with you, and then all of a sudden he pulled out. Well, now Corey is responding, basically calling the lead attorney a liar. But not only that, he docks his lead attorney and basically put it out there like, yeah, he's not a practicing lawyer, which lead attorney already told us he was retired. But let's go ahead and get into the video. Here we go.
And talk about this with me. Brother Dion, can you hear me?
This is Corey's lawyer coming on.
Can you hear me?
Brother Dion, listen, I'm gonna turn it over to you and just let you say what you're gonna say right now. But I got a couple of questions that we can put out there for this fake ass motherfucker that I think is an operative, because his profile doesn't look real. But is it something you want to tell the people? Because this fake motherfucker called you out your name, and I don't know why he did that. If he's really a man who is a lawyer, but I'm just saying. Is it something you want to say in the beginning? Because you've done the research on this. You know what's happening, Dion. Derek?
Definitely. Well, I want to talk directly to lead attorney. You know, when he first reached out to me, he reached out to me as a comrade, a brother, and a friend. And, you know, I trusted this guy. I never thought that he would use me for content. See, I'm a real trial lawyer. I'm not a YouTube lawyer. I don't understand how this whole content works. If you look at my YouTube page, I have 2 subscribers. He has 600,000. Yeah. Now,
they're lying, because lead attorney didn't come out making him a part of YouTube. Corey was the one saying that lead attorney lied about reaching out to his lawyer. So, of course, he dropped the receipts, because Corey came on the next week talking about, oh, yeah, lead attorney, he knew he was lying, blah, blah, blah. And lead attorney said originally he wasn't going to say anything until he made that second video talking about basically calling lead attorney a punk because, oh, he didn't respond back because he knew he was lying.
Reached out to me. I didn't know that he had a relationship with Corey at first. I didn't know he was on Corey's show. So he really was backdooring Corey to try to get me on his show to do this interview. And we'll get to the whole part of whether Corey gave me consent or not at the end of this. But first, I want to talk about lead attorney. After he got on this show and basically disrespected me in my practice, I hired a private investigator, Sergeant Sean Morgan, down here in Fort Bend County in Texas. And one thing that we noticed about lead attorney is that, you know, for the last 25 years, he's paraded around everywhere. And for like the last 5 years, going under the name lead attorney. But if you look at all of his products, services, everything that it offers, he's never used his real name. I bet you don't know his real name. So my private investigator found out that his real name was Jamison Corey Campbell. And I reached out to the state bar, and his license is inactive. I pulled the rules out of Georgia, even though I'm out of Texas.
Your daddy don't care about you.
Okay, so during this, we don't actually hear what he said because they start playing this weird music. You know, this is one, you know, Corey does like music and stuff like that. And so it just played this song the whole time. So let me go ahead and skip a little bit.
Oh, I'm clear for that. You're a good guy. You've been on the show, et cetera, et cetera. Corey's a very busy man. I'm a very busy man. You have to go through the ranks to get to Corey sometimes. So no, Corey did not clear me to talk to him. But at the same time, this guy's saying that he's a friendly guy. And he's saying he's here to support Corey. And I know what to say on a lawyer's show and what not to say. And anything I'm going to say is just going to help Corey. So I didn't think it was a big deal. But this guy, he took that.
So there we go. Lead attorney showed the receipt showing that the lawyer was supposed to check in with Corey to make sure everything is good. Now the lawyer is saying that he did not check in, which lead attorney had already told us, like, hey, I don't know if you checked in with Corey or not, or he was lying about it, but your attorney said that it was cool. And now he's confirmed, like, yeah, it was cool. But he was saying he didn't check in with Corey because he knew he wasn't going to mess up or say anything that would get Corey in trouble or, in their impeding case, right? So again, lead attorney is still proven to be telling the truth. Now, I want to rewind a little bit. And what they were talking about when they were playing that music and stuff like that was that he called into the state, Georgia, to see if he was an actual attorney. And basically, they said that his license is inactive. Now, again, lead attorney has always been honest about he's retired. Now, I do see on his website, which they were talking about, was that he has services like for consultations. But then again, how do we know that they know lead attorney's real name? They could be lying about that too, because they already been proven to be lying because the lawyer just confirmed, oh, I thought it would be okay because he's your friend. So you never reached out to Corey, but you told lead attorney you did. Caught in a lie. See?
To say that I did something unethical. Unethical would be I settled Corey's case without his permission. I filed a lawsuit without running it by Corey. We're talking about a news interview, right? Lawyers get on the news at the drop of the dime every freaking day. It's not a big deal. But when you're dealing with this YouTube guy, he's going to take something small, right? Just to get clicks, likes, comments, and subscribes. Yes. But at the end of the day, this guy's engaging in an unauthorized practice of law, which is illegal. So for him to comment on me, I was just a little bit taken aback and surprised.
Well, there is no right or wrong in this crooked YouTube game because the things that's being said about me, like I said, man, I don't have criminal history like that. I don't have history like none of this stuff that they're saying I'm doing. So I want to welcome you to the cold-blooded fuck shit YouTube game.
I see. This is worse than court.
Yeah, it's have-nots trying to build position in society because they have no position in society. My position in society comes from being a...
This is what I hate about these motherfuckers who are like, quote unquote, actors, comedians, whatever, and they got a podcast and they're on YouTube disrespecting YouTubers. Here's the thing. Y'all gossip and bitch and complain just like we do every day. Necessarily Corey might not do celebrity gossip, but he talks about things that are trending and things that are going on. So you do the same exact thing. What makes you better than me or the lead attorney or somebody else? Like that whole, I don't talk about other people, but yet you be talking about people back doors and all and calling everybody gay. Like, you do the same thing. You talk trash. You talk shit about people. And you lie on people. It's been proven.
Stand-up comedian over 30 years. Your position in society comes from actually practicing law and watch this, helping people. Helping people. I know who you are, Brother Derek. I can't believe you're around helping me, to be quite honest. I'm glad you're around helping me. And now they got a picture of this. This is a mailbox place where it's supposed to be his office. How much does he charge? How much does he pay a month for this office?
$7.98. No joke. He
got a mailbox for $7.98
Listen, thank God he got that address because you would put his real address online. So yeah, maybe he does got a P.O. box or a different address where he quote unquote practices because of crazy fools like you putting his picture of his house online.
Trading like listen, if you could read those signs that are up there, I encourage you to screenshot that and read those signs. This guy is fooling so many out of Trap House.
That's right.
Come on, man.
Exactly what he's doing.
So if he has no office to go to, he gets dressed up for play, right?
Right. If you look at those law books, those things might be hollow.
Again, he's retired. They're not even mentioning that lead attorney says multiple times on his show he's retired.
My books are real back here. Not all law books, but they are real. I don't know if that's a green screen. Every time I see his degree, I have to squint my eyes.
Yeah.
You know, this guy is big.
Was he able to operate? I mean, was he able to activate some type of law degree this week?
No, I mean, I called the bar today and his license is inactive. I called because see, I found it online that it was inactive, but then I saw some stuff that said it was active. So, you know, I don't want to say anything about somebody, unlike him, that I don't fully vet, which is why I called the state bar, talked to Ms. Rachel, who was a part of the state bar membership department, and said his license is inactive. And if you go to his website, he's giving divorce advice and charge.
Again, how do they know for a fact that's lead attorney's name? And mind you, I don't care what his name is. Like, that's none of my business. But how do you know that's actually him? Like, you're looking up the right person. It gets a little tricky when people have middle names because most of the time their middle name is not what you think it is, and they'll just randomly look up somebody that got the same first and last name, but the middle name is different. So again, how do you know that was lead attorney?
People for it. So
and that's illegal, right?
That's every lawyer knows that. Every lawyer knows that.
And lead attorney, if you out there giving advice and your license is inactive, you going to jail. You know, I gotta be fair on both sides. Lead attorney, you going to jail. And then also with Corey and Derek, they could be full of shit, right? Let's be honest.
That is the unauthorized practice of law, and that is what he's doing. And, you know, I'm curious as to his response because I have all of the evidence here. I have a binder with 30 pieces of exhibits, not receipts. We don't say receipts in court. We say exhibits. So, you know, this guy's a joke, man. I can't believe he mentioned my name. He didn't research me well enough.
Most of the YouTube guys, they pretend to be smart and they take advantage of the people who need the knowledge that's real. Because most of the people on YouTube don't know. Look, if you know anything about America, most people read at a 6th grade level. If you know anything about America, most people are not critical thinkers. So they actually think that presentation he gave meant that he was right. But I watched the presentation. I was like, what did he say that would make people think that what I said is not 1000% the truth? I mean, I'm saying like the man lied. He's an outright liar.
Here's the main thing. On his website, he puts, I have 20 years of experience in the trenches.
Again, because Corey claimed that lead attorney was lying about his lawyer coming on his show. That's what the main issue was. Lead attorney proved, no, I spoke with him and he agreed to come on the show. And then all of a sudden, he backed out the day of. So again, lead attorney did not lie. Corey is trying to spin a narrative.
Of Atlanta, Georgia, practicing family law, et cetera, et cetera. I pulled the Fulton County court records and he's only done 10 divorces in 25 years on file. Fulton County is in Atlanta, Georgia, right?
Yes.
And the last case that he worked on was in 2019. So, I mean, this guy, look, this guy cannot be trusted. And if you do trust him, buyers beware. Beware.
I just want to make sure.
Lead attorney started his channel in 2021. So, I mean, 2019 was his last case. Okay, he had a few years during, I think he actually started in 2020, actually. So, I mean, yeah, that's not too bad if 2019 was his last case.
Legal for him to be parading as a lawyer, as he does with the classes and everything. That's illegal, right?
That's illegal. He's giving advice. I mean, it's directly on his site. I can read directly. I can go to tab 19, well, slide 19. And it says, get clear strategic advice from me. You'll learn what steps to take to protect your finances, custody, and legal position. We'll identify issues you may be missing and create a plan to avoid costly mistakes. Whether you're preparing to file, responding to divorce papers, already have an attorney, and watch this, need a second opinion. Now, if you're getting a second opinion, you're giving a second opinion as a lawyer. On the middle of a case by yourself, this confidential session gives you clarity and direction you need. So
whoever is his production assistant, Corey need to fire them because they've been effing up the whole show. First it was music, then now we can't hear him. Yeah, it's bad over there.
This guy is practicing law, and here is the dangerous part about it. If he's not a lawyer, and you're telling him things, right? And on his site, he's saying, this is the thing that is so weird. On his site, if you turn to, let me find, let's see.
Put his cake ass on blast, because he up here acting like he good people.
Well, you can just go to his site. On his site, he's stating that, I'm not your attorney and I cannot provide legal advice. But then he goes on to charge you for actual legal advice. So this guy's a tricky guy. Like, he knows he shouldn't be doing it, but he tries to word it a particular way. I mean, this guy has a real silver tongue, but he's giving you legal advice illegally. He shouldn't be doing it. Now, here's the thing. One prompt on his website says that no communication creates an attorney-client relationship, right? Now, if he's saying, I'm not your lawyer, it doesn't create an attorney-client relationship, and his license is inactive, then possibly the attorney-client privilege does not apply. So all of these people who are telling him their deepest, darkest secrets, I snorted cocaine with my mistress, I beat my children, he's a family lawyer. He may be subpoenaed to testify against them because the attorney-client privilege doesn't apply. It's been waived.
And see, this is the thing. Now, that is important to know. I will say that. But if this is all a lie and a misunderstanding and they looked up the wrong license, lead attorney can come back at them and say, you trying to hurt my business. So I'm curious to see what lead attorney's response is going to be into all of this, because I know he's going to light a fire underneath Corey's ass. Unless lead attorney is lying about everything. Again, we don't know. Got to be fair.
Deep that is what you just said. He can't be subpoenaed to talk against them because he's not a lawyer.
He's not a lawyer. Wow. That's in his website says it. It says it. And that's the thing. This guy is a dangerous guy. He needs to be stopped. He shouldn't be worried about me in an interview. He should be worried about the illegal things that he's doing. And he knows that. This is why his name has been hidden all this time.
Well, I believe I think he's got operative written all over him. I was looking at that guy up and down when he was up here, and it was like, yo, okay. Because I was talking to him, that's when I was going through something with my divorce. And I asked him about it, and I could tell his hesitation that he didn't want to talk about it too much. But I didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not your lawyer. That's why he was hesitant into talking to you, fool. And you didn't pay him. Like, why would he talk to you for free?
Excuse me. I was like, okay, this guy is not really he didn't want to dive into what I was getting into with a divorce. You know what I'm saying? But that's not for me to judge against him. But now that the work has been done on who this gentleman is, I just want to say to everybody who divulged sensitive information to him, you're fucked if he gets subpoenaed.
Right.
Because he will have to talk, and he can't talk. Anyway, Derek, is there something else I'm forgetting about this guy that you want to say? Because, it's like the public, even though, do you know we are still supposed to save the public, even though the public will turn on you in a minute? They're fickle.
All right. He's just going to start complaining about YouTubers and how TMZ trying to destroy his life. We don't give a damn about all that. Take your crying ass somewhere else. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and put the link for the full video. Again, go ahead and watch the whole thing. He also gets into how Corey is going to start attacking channels and start having them pay him. I'm figuring that he might be doing copyright strikes. Let me know if you guys want me to cover that too as well in the comment section. But hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Oh, and hit that notification bell and press all so you get all my notifications. I appreciate y'all being here, and I can't wait to see what the lead attorney got to say. Deuces, everybody.